Hi, it's Paul, and in the next minute or two, I'm going to give you what I call the $1,000,000 question that you can use right now to resolve conflict in your personal and business life. There's 10 major causes of conflict, and I don't have time to give them to you here in the next few minutes, but one of them causes 80% of all conflict, and I'll reveal that to you in the webinar that's coming up. But right now, I want to explain to you what I call attributing bad motives. Here's a question. What does an event mean? Attributing bad motives is one of the three major causes of conflict, and here's how it works. Events have no meaning other than what you assign to them. For example, you get passed over for promotion. So what does this mean? Right away, our tendency is to attribute meanings like, the boss doesn't like me, it's not fair, she plays favorites, Billy isn't nearly as qualified. But what if it didn't mean those things? Bad motives are being attributed, and that's our natural human tendency. But it causes conflict, and I'm going to give you a question right now that you can use to resolve this. Here's the question. What else could this mean? It's a great question because we're attributing a motive to something, we're attributing a meaning to an event, and what else could it mean? Maybe they're not really doing this just to irritate us like we think. Maybe he's not wearing that same shirt just because he knows you don't like it. Maybe they're not cutting your budget just because they're against you. Going back to the previous example with the promotion, maybe it means there's a better opportunity coming. Maybe it means you need to work harder. Maybe you might have gotten in over your head. Maybe there's other meanings that could be much more empowering than the one we've assigned to it. Here's another example. A few months ago, I was doing a live event, and a girl came up to me after the first day, and she said, I just received a very disturbing email from somebody because I'm in charge of assigning budgets, and I had to cut somebody's budget, and I got a flame mail back from somebody, and they just really ripped me. How do you think I should respond? I'm just going to absolutely defend myself and tear back into it. And so my question to her was, well, what else could this mean? Maybe this person isn't really mad at you. Maybe they're not out to get you. Maybe they didn't really mean it the way it came across in the email. What else could it mean? And she stopped for a few seconds because she hadn't really thought about that. And she said, well, maybe she's just frustrated. Well, that's a good meaning for it, perhaps. So how would you respond if the person was frustrated? She says, well, I would tell her, I understand that you're frustrated. I told her that's a great way to start the email rather than flaming her back and going back and forth and trying to exert your authority. Let me give you one more example and then I'll leave you with this. My daughter and I were talking about where she should go to college. She said to me, Daddy, you're not listening to me. But really, I was listening to her, so I said, well, honey, it's not that I'm not listening to you, it's just that we disagree. And so the question is, what else could this mean? Well, it could mean that we just disagree. It doesn't mean that I'm not listening to you. So when you're encountering conflict, here's the question. What else could this mean? This is my $1,000,000 question. It's the easiest, quickest way to resolve conflict that I can give you in about 2 minutes. So there you have it, the $1,000,000 question. What else could this mean? Hey, I hope to see you in the webinar, but if I don't, use this for your own benefit. Have a great day.